If you follow this method exactly, you will know every single note on your fretboard. We're going to use chunking and spacing. I'll explain what that is later on if you want to know more about it. Let's get started as quickly as possible. What do we know first? We know there are 12 notes, A to G, and E and B do not have any sharps. Curse whoever decided that. From our open string to the 12th fret, we have one set of those notes. And after the 12th fret, it just repeats. We're going to follow 4 steps. And if you follow them exactly, you will know every single note. Step 1, we're only going to look at the E strings. Step 1, go up the fretboard and say each note out loud. Just for 1 or 2 minutes. Make sure that you know what the notes are. Step 2, really important. Randomly choose a note on a string and see if you can name it. You can use a number generator, but I would say just sit and point at a note to yourself. Shout it out loud. What is that note? Step 3, implement it. This is really important as well. Whatever you're learning at the moment, now go back to it, practice it, and say the notes out loud. Learn a riff, learn a chord progression, whatever notes you're using, say them out loud. Step 4, this is the part that makes all the other parts work. Stop. Do something else, practice something else, go and make a drink, go and take the dog out for a walk, contemplate your own life's existence, whatever. In this case, you're going to have a break, possibly up to a couple of hours, and then come back and repeat steps 1 to 4. Name the notes, mix the notes up, implement it. Now, what you're doing here is you're teaching your brain that this information is important. Okay, so you've completed steps 1 to 4, you've had a break, you've come back to it, and then repeat steps 1 to 4 again. So this might look like morning, 5 minutes, 1 to 4. Afternoon, 5 minutes, 1 to 4. Evening, 5 minutes, 1 to 4. Day 2. This starts with step 2 from the previous day. Mix up the notes on the E string and call them out. So now you're going to move on to the A string and do the exact same thing you did with the E string. Step 1 on the A string, say all the notes along the fretboard. Step 2, mix them up. Step 3, implement it. Step 4, take a break. And in between, you're going to go back to that E string. You have to keep going back to that E string. Day 3, you've now got it, right? It's the D string. Do the same thing. So remind yourself of the notes on the E string, on the A string, and on the now new information is the D string. Steps 1 to 4. Morning, 5 minutes. Afternoon, 5 minutes. Evening, 5 minutes. Day 4. Right, day 4. You don't got it. Day 4 is different. Day 4, you're not learning any new information. You're just reminding yourself of that low E string, high E string, A string, and D string. If it's not quite going in, day 4 again tomorrow. Day 5 is memorising the G. Day 6 is memorising the B. So, step 1 to 4 on the G, step 1 to 4 on the B. Day 7 is just working out where there are certain gaps, certain notes that you consistently keep forgetting. Simply take day 7 to focus on those notes. And each time you learn a new song, can you shout out the notes and test yourself on them. If you followed along with me for 7 days, write in the comments how you felt on day 1, how you felt on day 2, and so on, how your progress is getting on. If you can send me videos, even better. If you want to ask questions, I will answer them. Any questions at all. So why does this work? This works because we're chunking down a huge amount of information. The amount of information that you have right in front of you, you can't do it in 1 day, you can't do it in 1 hour. Your brain doesn't like too much information going in. The human brain is constantly sifting for information going in. Any sort of information that goes in sits in your short-term memory. It wants to get rid of that information. You need to teach your brain to solidify that information by continuously coming back to it. And that's where partially forgetting is important, because each time you remember something, you're strengthening, telling your brain this is information that needs to go into long-term memory. So what the spacing part does is it gives your brain a chance to consolidate the information and decide which parts of it that you are wanting to keep. If you do this enough properly, it will put this information into your long-term memory, and that's where it becomes much less difficult to remember. Please like and subscribe. I'm on the road to 100 subscribers is my next milestone, I think. Now go and use all this information, not just to memorise the fretboard, but to do all sorts of things, because it works with everything. Go and use it to learn new chords, riffs, scales, knitting, archery, public speaking, woodworking, hairstyling, skateboarding, cooking.